Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Most definitely.
Well, for folks that don't know who you are, we met at the Maiden 502 Creative Writing Competition.
That's correct.
That's the pleasure was all mine. But tell me a little bit about who you are as an artist and as a man, and for those out there who don't know you.
Well, I've been writing poetry for most of my life. Most of my poetry is based off real life experiences, either from myself or someone close to me. And it's just a way of letting it out. You know, when you put pen to paper, and it's just a way of just telling how you feel,
sure,
without offending nobody.
Right. Or sometimes you have to offend somebody. I mean, really, if you're talking about expressing yourself, you got to push the envelope, right? That's
right. That's right. That's right. And when you write what you feel, it can never be wrong.
That's right. I believe in that.
And just sometimes when you try to tell people how you feel, it's like you get a different vibe sometimes.
Sure.
But if you write it down and they read it, they feel a little different about it, because your words on paper, and then a lot of people can relate to that.
Absolutely. Everybody has to have an outlet, creative outlet for their self-expression. And I think that this is your creative outlet. Now, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been writing? And
I've been writing since high school, which, it's been a while.
What? It's only a few years ago, right?
No. I tell myself it's a few years ago, but,
You're only as old as you feel, though.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
So what did you perform in the competition? When you got up on stage in front of the judges and the audience, well, first off, what did you think of the competition?
I thought the competition was really good. There's a lot of untapped talent here in Louisville.
Yeah.
And that competition brought out a lot of that talent. And, I wish there was more competitions like that around, because this city has got a lot of talent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, what inspired you to get involved with the competition? You read it, somebody invited you, and you just said, this is what I'm going to do? Or what was your mindset?
Well, I knew one of the poets, and, after hearing him reading stuff, he encouraged me to get up there and read some of my stuff, and I got up there and I read a piece and got a real good reaction off of it and stuff. And, like I said, I did this type of stuff before, and it's been a while since I've been on stage doing it. And then the first night that I went, everybody up there inspired me to get up there and just get back on stage and do it again.
Amen.
And I was very, very fortunate to have a competition like that to be part of.
Well, we were blessed to have you come out and express your talent. And honestly, this is the way I feel about everyone who has a creative endeavor. If you're not sharing it with the world, you're robbing the world of it. So Thank you so much for that. Now, did you bring a couple pieces that you could perform for us today, or did you bring the piece that you performed in the competition?
Yeah, this first piece is the one that I did perform in the competition. It's entitled Addiction.
All right. This is Louis O'Neill with Addiction.
This one is very close to me. It says, your lips I have so long wanted to taste, and your kiss I will forever savor. Together, we can make unforgettable magic, but the consequences will be very tragic. You are poison and will be the death of me. You and I both know this, but you are the type who will make me forget what I see. You have seduced me with your looks. You have enticed me with your smell. But I love you most of all for helping me get by each time that I fail. You talk to me and tell me everything that I want to hear, like, baby, it's going to be all right. You have even helped close my eyes so I can go to sleep at night. There has been so many times in different situations that you have helped pull me through. That makes me forget how bad that I need to get rid of you. You have taken over so much of my life that it's starting to affect the way that I act. Sometimes when you're not around and I can't find you, I go into violent rages and different stages of depression. I'm aging faster by the day because you have me stressing. But there cannot be love without pain and life without death. You are my dark angel, my grim reaper, who's come to put me on the shelf. We've been down this road 3 times before, and each time it's cost me more and more. I have nothing else to give. It's a damn shame that it took 3 times for me to die to realize that it was meant for me to live. My family gives me reason to. I can no longer love them and mess around with you. I have to choose one over the other, a lifetime with my family or a fast time with you, my mistress, my secret lover. What we had can no longer be, so I'm begging you, baby, please let me go free. I have given you my money, I have given you my time, I've even given you 3 lives of mine to burn. All I ask is let me live my last life with my family in return. So long, baby, it's been a hell of a ride. But I have to live so I can stay by my family's side. I'd like to dedicate this to anyone out there that's battling an addiction. There's help out there for you without any restrictions. No matter how bad things get, prayer, strong commitment to overcome your addiction and family support will see you through. And that's coming from personal experience, as well from the heart, from me to you.
All right. That was Louis O'Neill live in the studio with Louisville Arts Live. We do this every Saturday at 3 o'clock. We have our co-host today, Louis O'Neill, who was a part of the Made in 502 creative writing competition, and that was the piece that he performed called Addiction.
That's right.
And, man, there was so much relatability that I had. I haven't ever had a mistress, but I've had a lot of mistresses, and so to speak, in my life, that fill in for that. But that was written on a very personal and very honest perspective from your part. Is that? That's
right. Because most people's addiction, I wrote it like that because most people are in love with their addictions, and it's hard for them to let it go.
Right.
And even though it's something that you should let go, it's just hard. And that's why I wrote it like a love letter type like that, because even though you're in love with somebody, you know they're not good for you.
Right.
But you won't leave no matter what people tell you. And that's what an addiction is.
Absolutely. So what words of encouragement, while you were going through this, you used this as an outlet for you to take a negative, turn it into a positive. What words of encouragement can you give or leave with those out there that may be suffering from an addiction, aside from what your poem's words were, and that is there is support out there, but what words of encouragement can you give them for that?
Basically, you got to be stronger than your addiction.
Sure.
You got to find something deep within yourself that's worth holding on to, which is yourself.
Right.
You are more important than whatever your addiction is.
Amen.
And once you find that strength and you find something to fight for like that, then you can overcome it.
Amen.
You just got to be stronger than your addiction.
Amen. Well, listen, I want to thank you for being on the show. Now, this is not it by far. We've got you got a couple other pieces that you want to perform for us?
Yeah, I got a few more pieces that's relatable to a lot of people.
Okay. Well, before we do that, congratulations to your older daughter, or your
yes.
Yes. So you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
My oldest daughter, she graduated from boot camp not too long ago here, and she's pursuing a career in the military, and she's doing real good with that.
Amen.
And I'm real proud of her.
and we're very happy to have her serve, and thank you so much for doing that. It takes a lot of strength to be willing to sacrifice yourself for those around you. So thank you so much for what you're doing for your country.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So as a father, having had many, many different things in your life, what's the next piece that you're going to do or perform?
This next piece is called Mental Warfare.
Okay, let's do it.
And basically, it's a piece about battling your own personal demons and stuff.
Sure. This is Louisville Arts Live. We've got Louis O'Neill in the studio performing
Mental Warfare.
Mental Warfare.
I am a soldier of mental warfare, but I have lost this war because I no longer know what I'm fighting for. I am mentally and physically tapped out. Sometimes I just want to scream. Sometimes I just want to ease my pain and scream, but I no longer have a voice to shout. I am a POW of mental warfare. Life has dealt me death blow after death blow in the form of cruel reality, and have claimed my once stable mind along with my emotions as casualties. If you survey the field of battle, then you will see my everyday heartbreaking reality of failed promises, failed relationships, shattered dreams, Almost nothing in my life appears to be what it seems. After so many mental lapses and a few too many stressful attacks, I have finally reached a point in my life where it's not considered safe for someone to be at. The thought of dying has become easy, and living is what scares me. I began developing all the symptoms of becoming a bipolar, where my emotions run from hot to cold. And at one point, I felt myself rapidly losing control. Moments would go by while I would be lost, staring into thin air, while steadily trying to find some kind of measure to this mental warfare. I never was one to believe in luck, but as luck would have it, God came into my life at a time when everything was going wrong. He put his hand on my shoulder and let me know I wasn't going to have to go through this alone. He helped me out right when I was ready to let go. I was slowly dying on the inside and decided that I wasn't going to go through this anymore. It's funny how fate has a way of reaching his hand out and saving you just in the nick of time. Because I was lost living life, but the life I was living wasn't mine. I was way too concerned living my life the way that everyone wanted me to, constantly doing things that was expected of me to do. I tried so hard to make sure everyone is happy. And you know something? Everyone seems to be everyone except me. As I was showered by the light of their happiness, I felt smothered. I felt trapped. I felt like I would never be free. One day while at work, I heard this song that said, "What is the point in living if I can't be free? And what is the point of freedom if I can't be me?" Then it dawned on me, for me to truly get free, I would have to liberate myself from some of the loved ones that had surrounded me. MIA is what I have become, even though my personal problems are something that I know that I can never outrun. My liberation has now been declared to help me win this tremendous battle of mental warfare.
And that was Lewis O'Neill live in the studio with Louisville Arts Live. Folks, we do this every Saturday at 3 o'clock, and Lewis is giving us the pleasure of being our co-host today. He was a member of or participant in the Made in 502 Creative Writing. And Lewis, I got to say, listening to your work, it really sounds like, A, you have a message, and B, you're presenting it in a way where it's almost like, yes, I've gone through these things and I've experienced these things, but hey, this is a message. Don't go down something that I have experienced, or there's a way out. And so you've taken a negative in your life and turned it into a positive.
Exactly.
And God bless you, man. Seriously. Thank you for doing that. I'm sure that it's inspired me, but I'm sure it's inspired anybody that's heard what you're doing.
Well, I mean, whatever you go through in life, if you're able to become overcome it, it makes you that much stronger.
Right.
You know, and if it wasn't for mistakes, none of us would be where we are now.
Sure.
You know, you learn from your mistakes, you know, and some people got to make the same mistake twice before they learn. But eventually, you know, you learn from all your mistakes, and then, you know, I don't regret none of the mistakes I've ever made. Sure. Because I wouldn't be as strong as I am now.
Amen. Amen. I am hard-headed, so I have had to go through some of those situations twice. But you're absolutely right. So, out of everything, you started writing in high school. What was it about writing that you found was the outlet for you?
Well, what it was in high school, I was pretty much a loner, and I played sports and stuff like that, and but you know, I was still a loner in high school. And the only person I could really talk to that understood me was me. You know, and that's when I started writing and stuff like that. And I was always private with my poetry. I didn't let nobody hear or see nothing that I wrote for a long time. And then when my pieces got out, and next thing you know, a lot of people kept telling me, "Man, you're really good, you're really good." So I started performing.
And you are really good. So thank you for performing. So do you have another piece here today that you'd like to